LeBron James had just bodied James Harden, moving little as the Houston Rockets star thumped a shoulder into James's chest. Moments later, Harden threw the ball out of bounds, giving the Lakers the ball with a rare comfortable lead. Stone-faced, James walked over to the corner where the ball had just sailed past Rajon Rondo. Houston forward Jeff Green stood between the two players. But rather than go around him, James lifted his arm in front of Green's face and Rondo reached up from the other side of Green to complete the high five, their arms creating a tent over their opponent. The two 30-something veterans had played pivotal roles in the Lakers' 112-102 victory Tuesday as they took a 2-1 lead in their second-round series. James finished with 36 points, 7 rebounds, 4 blocked shots and 5 assists. Anthony Davis finished with 26 points, 15 rebounds and 6 assists. Rondo had 21 points, 12 of them in the fourth quarter, and 9 assists. With the victory, James became the league's all-time leader in playoff wins, passing Derek Fisher. "I haven't had an opportunity to kind of let it sink in or even think about it. I'm already kind of preparing for Game 4, James said. But when I hear it, I mean, just to know the history of the game, from growing up as a kid watching the NBA playoffs, seeing so many dominant players, so many dominant franchises and seeing who was victorious out there during a lot of series and to know that I sit at the top for most wins for any individual, it's very humbling and it's something I never dreamed of." Lakers coach Frank Vogel said, "I said it when I talked about the MVP this year, nobody impacts winning more than LeBron James. That's true for this season, it's why he should be MVP and honestly, it's probably true in the history of the game, no one impacts winning more than LeBron James. To see that he has the actual numerical statistic is just indicative of that. Until the rest of his team could match what he did, James kept the Lakers afloat. He scored 29 points in the first half, making 11 of 14 shots and 4 of 5 threes. The Lakers struggled with defense and turnovers, however, which meant that even though they made 62% of their first half shots, they trailed 64-61. Up to that point, the Lakers had given up 10 turnovers for 12 points. Points off turnovers had been a problem for the Lakers in Game 1 as well. But that was an issue they resolved in the second half Tuesday when they gave up only 3 more turnovers and no points off them. Behind their defense, their sharper offense and 4 blocks from James, the Lakers evened the score at 82-82 after 3 quarters. "That's when he's at his best," Kyle Kuzma said of James. "Playing that low man. Being able to be that quarterback and see everything on the floor. If we get beat, obviously we have AD, JaVale, McGee, Dwight, Howard, blocking shots, but Bron did a hell of a job and a hell of a job all playoffs just being that backline defense.